Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, coming at you guys with yet another Monday Morning Madness Market Watch. Alright, that's 4 M's in a row. You gotta get your cash straight, and today we will be going over Duelist Advance. Now, not only am I going to go over the cards in Duelist Advance and tell you how I think it's going to age, what to pick up, what I also see some of these prices settling at, but we're also going to go over the related archetypes, the Vanquish Soul, the Sky Striker. What are the cards outside of this doing, and should you pick those up, and if so, which ones? We got some other great cards to pick up as well, but before I begin, you guys know I'm going to ask you to hit that like button. If you don't hit the like buttons usually, hey, look, all I'm gonna ask you is if you could do it for me, I'd appreciate it. 100 likes on this video would be great. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're very close to the next like 100 milestones, so that's actually pretty awesome. If you are new here, check out TCG Creator. It's in the top of the description. Every single time I go over a card in my market watch, it will most likely be here. You can click it in the description below. Whenever you click them, it uses my TCG affiliate link as well, which if you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Thank you to my YouTube channel members, and consider being a YouTube channel member. I have cheaper tiers. Click the join button now. I'd appreciate it. And join our Discord. It's free. You get a lot of like-minded individuals. It's pretty awesome. And we're going to get right into it here. So, Vanquish Soul, Holly Sue. Also, thank you to those who leave a comment for the algo. I always appreciate that. Let me know what cards I'm going over in the next market watch while I'm at it, or any buyouts I missed. And with that 2-minute introduction out of the way, I got to admit, Duelist Advance so far really does feel like Alliance Insight, because why? But mixed with some Phantom Rage, because in Phantom Rage, the most expensive cards were the Ultra Rares, 2 of them, right? And then here, it's kind of the same thing. For at least the first slot, which is Holly Sue. Everybody knew that was going to be the most expensive card coming out of this set. But the pre-sales are kind of reminding me of Alliance Insight, where it's like, okay, where's the value going to be? And right now, your Holly Sues are 43. Here's what I'm going to say. If you want to play this for Nats, right, which I will be at Nats, by the way, say hi to me, and you're like, well, could these get cheaper? Could these not get cheaper? I'm going to be honest with you. Just get them. Even if this card does go down a little bit, what's it going to go down? 30, right? Probably 30, 35. Most people are going to want this before Nats. I think it's most likely going to go up as well, especially because if this set is similar to how Alliance Insight's going to do, it may just be the top climbing up a bit more. Rather than, stuff from the bottom kind of jumping up. Now, granted, I still think some cheaper stuff could jump up. But for Holly Sue, if you're trying to play this for Nationals, this is not the card you want to play with. If you're not in a rush to get this card, just do know it does have a chance of going up when this set drops and after. Not financial advisor. But I just think that a lot of people are like, well, I needed this card for Nats, but I'm going to wait, or I'm going to do this. I think right now, 43, it's not what you want to pay for it. But it's kind of what I would pay if I had to play this at an event. If you were able to get this at Sneak Peek for a little cheaper, like 30, you made the right call. Sky Striker Ace 0. We got $36. I mean, it's a Sky Striker card, right? I think this is obviously going to be the more money one. Can this card stay around 36? Maybe 20, but it just depends, because Sky Striker, while it is a beloved archetype, it depends on how many people really want to play. I do think it's going to have a resurgence. In fact, I actually might play Sky Striker again, just because I'm not going to say you don't have to think about that deck, but it doesn't get enough pieces where like combos are different. But I have to look into new Sky Striker stuff. Lunalight, Golden Leo. So a lot of people actually, especially in the Chicago area, and you guys could take this as a tip, want to play Lunalight at Nats. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. The deck is good. But I think a lot of people are looking at it. I mean, this deck has won YCSs before, funny enough. And I was at the YCS in 2019 where it did actually win. And I faced one of the guy's buddies round 3, and I was 1-2 after beating him I was 2-1 after round 3. I don't know where my second loss was, but I could have made day 2, but unfortunately I didn't play the best on my last game there. But 2 guys I lost to ended up topping, which is wild. Then you got Art Mage. Now here's what I'm gonna say. A lot of people with Art Mage are like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? Well, here's the way I see it. Right now, a lot of people don't like it. I have seen the deck a little bit, and it doesn't look super impressive. And we know how these TCG exclusives go. I would not really put a lot of faith into this right now. I would probably say if you want Art Mage, some people might open up a lot of this set. I would just wait for all the Art Mage stuff. I'm not really going to go over every single one, but it's just not worth it. Kaiba the Legend. Now, this QC is actually kind of, or Starlight is kind of cheap. I don't know the ratio of people, sorry about that, a little bit of indigestion, of people who actually play this in the deck. I don't know how many you do, but it's a Blue Eyes card. It's 20 bucks. I mean, if you want to play Blue Eyes, that's not too terrible here. Let's actually go like this. Okay, you're really just gonna mess up for no reason here. Awesome. Duelist Advance. Awesome. All right, here we are. We are back. So, Gorgon of Zilofloni, probably mispronounced that, 20 bucks. Again, I think this is going to probably be the cheaper one, in my opinion. You got Argo Star Adventures Arian at $9. Now, look, if Argo Star doesn't do anything with this, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm telling you this. There's not enough love for this card to be $9. This will be a dollar card. Unless Argo Star actually does something, which I hope it does. Dodo Warrior, I don't know why that's $11. I don't know if it's because it's, like, generic or, like, what exactly you're supposed to do with this card, and it's a Dodo card. I really don't know. Someone please explain in the comment section below. That's the only thing I'm, like, out of the loop on. But, yeah, as you see, this set doesn't have a lot of value. If you're getting a box for $80, like, you're not making your money back. There's actually, like, it's very hard. If you buy a case, not including Starlights, only one of your boxes is probably making its money back, not including Starlights. And that's why when Sneak Peek happened this weekend, I remember my boy Caesar shot at me. He was like, hey, you want to have a fun box battle? I'm like, $120 just to not even pull half my value back post Sneak Peek, right? Because Sneak Peek prices are usually inflated. Yeah, no, I cannot entertain this set at all. And I'm very glad this should answer. I did not get a case for this for the channel. 10 for Trapaholic. That's an interesting card I want to follow. Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation at 11. Not awful. Gaga Girl, $11. By the way, Gaga Girl should have got a QC. If they were going to make all the other Gaga cards that, I mean, Gaga Girl could add a QC. That would have been not too bad. Second Dragon at 9, it's not bad. I think number F0, Future Zexal, this is a card that's going to be really cheap. And when it's cheap, it's probably a good pickup at like $2-3 bucks. And then you just have a lot of other stuff like the Art Mage stuff. Medius the Pure at 7, right? Yugioh, you got more Monarch stuff. I wonder if Monarchs are going to do anything. RB is definitely something to look at, by the way. I want to do more research into RB before saying get it, but it does seem very interesting. So, Vanquish Soul, Rosin, CRs, these are bought out at $140. Good luck, have fun. Your Heavy Borgers are 84, 88. You also have your Secret Rosins at 24, going up to about 30 bucks. So this card has been pretty stable for a while now. Your Heavy Borgers at 11 here, but I think I have the Secrets here. Yep. Secrets are 15 though, so there's a difference. More people are trying to get the deck in a somewhat max rarity. I don't blame them at all. Secret is for $14, $15. Jiao Long here is 13. These were 15 and 16s, but I don't know. Maybe this card could go up in value once the deck hits. But the big problem is that Konami really needs to get these dead ultras, because this was a dead ultra. This was like a 25-cent card, and put them as rares at the very least. I always talk about that, and when they don't do it, it just misses the mark. Caesar Valius here, QC. These are only $10. Granted, they don't play like 3 copies of this. They play either 1 or 2, so I get why it's maybe not up there, but this is still a card that could explode. I also looked at Mad Love, which is, you play this in 3, $19. So, same for this. I will say, I feel like I would just get the plats of this. Get a playset plats for $3 and call it a day. In fact, we're going to look at the plat here. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Vanquish Soul. Okay, we're going to have to go Mad Love. What are platinums today? Plats are actually $3. Okay, so people are opting to get the plats here. So it's going to cost you $9 for the set. So if you want to just get base secrets or, PCRs, hey, not too bad. Patera here is just like $3. I began this card shouldn't have been a lot of money to begin with. Then we have this card, which you probably look at this and be like, huh, 383 copies. So someone knows something we don't. I'm going to tell you this. I actually saw who bought this on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was a VTuber, actually, because of the puking horse meme, which, by the way, on that front, I love how that's still going strong. It's a funny joke to me. Some people said, oh, it's annoying, and then they try to run, like, control for Konami. I'm going to be perfectly honest here, because a lot of people are probably wondering my opinion here. I still hold the same opinion. If you're spamming this under Konami because they're making horrible decisions, that's just you kind of, showing them, hey, you're messing up. We are upset. Puking horse meme, right? And we don't really have a way to communicate to Konami because Co-Money just doesn't want to communicate with us. So if you do a little trolling by posting a throwing up horse or this card in their comments, so if you ever see someone running defense, be like, well, you shouldn't do that because they're probably just a shill. Like, I really don't care if people spam cucumber horse somewhere. I'm not saying I'm going to laugh every single time, but it got Konami to do something. So I kind of like this card. I guess I'll read it because if this is a meme, I might as well know. Discard the monsters into the graveyard. Except during the battle phase. At the start of the battle phase, it discards in your graveyard. Someone plant monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. Special summon one monster from either graveyard to the field, but send these special summon monsters to the graveyard to end the battle phase. Okay, that's weird. Alright, what a weird effect. Sky Striker Ace Ray in her little schoolgirl outfit. I know some of y'all are into that. 370, alright. Hashtag Diddy Rasu. $380 for this. I'm not paying this. Nobody should be. Get the regular QCs. Nah. Engage, alternate art. These are 193. They do go up to 250, 300 though, quite quickly. I did talk about this card before, but I just said, you know what? We're probably going to get the regular one as a QC, so you might want to get that instead. And we did. Rose is 250. I disagree with that. People are buying it though at 200s. I don't really like this, and I've kind of explained why. I told people this was good at 50 to get matching. So if you got this at $50, you did make a lot of money. Now, the Starlight rares are 73 going up to $85. At this point, just get the Starlight rare. At a third of the price, the Starlight rare is also a little harder to pull. I don't know. You don't find a lot of these. Nobody's, opening up Ignition Assault. I think Rose Starlight is kind of the way to go here. I know we have the QC here, but like, I don't know. In fact, let's actually look at the QC here and just see how it's doing. Because I believe I don't have that pulled up. QC is $9, $10. I actually pulled one of these because there's a box at my locals. They wanted to sell the box for 180, but the packs were like $6. I'm like, okay. I feel like that unit price, because it's 6 is a little bit off, but whatever. This has 6 QCs. I'm gonna open up 2 packs for fun, and I ended up pulling this. Not making my money back, unfortunately, but I pulled a QC, so that's what I wanted to do that day. Mobilize, Engage QCs. These are 90s going up to 100. Am I shocked? No. I told people that this card's always going to be a lot of money, but if you want it at 50, at least you get it before it hits 100 eventually, and now it's 100. Linkage, QC. Also, what do you guys think of Sky Striker? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I do have a question that I do want to ask you guys. I asked in my last market watch, which was what type of Yu-Gi-Oh merchandise would you love to see from me, Team Sakurazo wise? Because I have been thinking about maybe doing something where I release like a shirt or possibly sleeves to you guys. And some of you have told me, hey, how about a mug? Which is like interesting, right? And then, maybe something with like my binoculars. I know someone said, yeah, you gotta have your iconic binoculars, right? But I know I'd like post me looking at some titties or something. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. But hey, at least I could have maybe like, something cool with it. But I'm just kind of thinking, right? And, let me know in the comment section below what would be cool. It could use any meme from the channel if you guys remember. But yeah, just let me know. Anyway, $100 for your linkages. You got your Suzuku QCs here at 37.38. Your ultis are 42.43. And your ulti Kagaris, though, because it has no QC, are like 100-ish. I only have one of this for personal collection. And I think one of my biggest fumbles was gambling away my OG stuff. I got it all back besides the extra deck, but the extra deck was so cheap. It was like $20 ulti Kagaris back then. It was like the one moment where strikers were very cheap, and I felt really bad about gambling them away. I mean, I lost. It is what it is. But when they went up like 5x, I was like, yep. Also, consider being a YouTube channel member. If you love my advice, you love my knowledge, consider being a channel member. We have cheap tiers. I have been slacking on the emotes. You guys should have had that at the beginning of the month. It is now the end of the month, and you guys don't have it. The guy who's doing it for me, though, who actually likes the channel, he's just been busy, and you know, I have to respect that, especially because he's doing good work for me. But the emotes will come. If you're a channel member, and there's already channel emotes for channel members, by the way, that are really, really cool. So I think we have 3 so far, but I think I'm trying to get a couple more than that. So just let me know if you guys like more emotes. If you're a channel member, I'd love to hear it. Sky Striker Ace Hayate QC, these are like 23.25, not too bad. With your ultis being about 23.25, so not too bad here. You kind of just get to pick and choose here. I kind of want one altar, one ulti. I'm probably just going to mess my extra deck up if I play Sky Strikers. Like, I just want to see the new arts. Sky Striker Ace Azalea here. Secrets are 20. I'm actually shocked this card has not gone up. Seeing how we are getting the Sky Striker support, I thought this card would be like 30, 35. Then we also have Kinda here, ulti, and these are 19, 21. Am I shocked? No, I told people $6 wasn't too bad for this. In fact, it kind of reminds me of another $6 ulti I told some people to get before it went up, which is Pearly. And right now, this card is calming down a little bit, but not like crazy. You got a copy here for 12. Then they're about 14, 15, 16-ish dollars here. And these have been going up. Also, you guys have told me, hey, I do not like the sign-in view more sales. I just don't like that. And I have to admit, I fully, honestly agree. I probably will be doing market watches signed in now, I guess. So, you know, hey, just to see more information on this. But yeah, these are selling. Nothing like crazy, though, because we see 612 here. It's already like the 27th, or no, it's the 30th. Wow, actually. Time flies, and we're not seeing these sell any crazier. Yet the card has gone up. I think Pearly is just one of those cards people like to pick up. If we do ever get support, though, yeah, $30-ish ulti overnight. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sky Striker Mecha. Oh, and by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. That's just personally what I think. Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. Also, if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, smash that like button. I don't know how we're 18 minutes in, but you guys like longer market watches on Monday. Well, you guys are going to get a longer one. These are, you got unverifieds for unlimiteds for 12, which isn't bad until they hit 20. They're not too bad. Your first eds are $21, $28 going up to, but you got them here for 21, 25, a little bit cheaper. Not too bad here. Now, this is a card I want to see as a QC, but I guess they went the extra deck route. I don't blame them, but I still have my OG Widow Anchor, so I'm pretty happy about that. I did tell people to get these around $8 when they were cheap. Alt Art Rays are $39. I'm surprised this card is cheap now when it was more expensive when the card first released. But yeah, these are not bad. I actually would pick this as what I want back, because I do like this version. I really, really do. You know, maybe I'll get a playset if I ever play Striker and I want like max rarity. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna play Striker just for the sole purpose of helping me get back in the league. Because guys, I have not played Modern in probably a month and a half, and when I was playing White Force, I was barely even playing it. Like, I still make mistakes with that deck, so your boys gotta play more. Sky Striker Ace Azalea Temperance here. So this card's been going up. I told people at $2 this was good because it's going to be played with the new support. Right now they're 4, so they have gone up here. This card will probably skyrocket, and it's $5 now, a lot more if the support does something at Nats. So keep an eye out on this card. Infinite Impermanence. If Sky Striker isn't there at all, though, I don't really see this card going up too badly, but Once the set releases, you never know. Infinite, Impermanent, Secret Rare. These are $8 here. Someone told me, hey, Saki, Imperms for high rarity are kind of cheap. I gotta say, a reprint Secret at 8's not bad. These were always like 10, 11, but they're not much cheaper. Then you have your OGs. So your OGs did go up. These were selling at a high amount. Now these are $14, $15 here, which is not bad, and it looks better than the other Secret. And then you also have the original print, right? So it's pretty awesome. But if you like first edition, which who doesn't love first edition? You got first ed light plates here for 19, but you got first ed intimates for 21. You got a playset there. If you are looking for a cheaper version of Imperm, I feel like getting the reprints at 8 aren't bad. They could go up to 12s, but getting these OG first eds for 63, I mean, you have a nice looking Imperm, and the OG secrets are going to look way better anyway. First edition, and you have this for life here. And then they do also go up to 40s. I actually, one copy, I didn't even know that copy was by me. But, did not click that. But yeah, this OG staples are always very good to invest in. And they're always, again, not a financial advisor. There's someone out there who's actually, funny enough, I actually have someone out there who is a subscriber to the channel, and he says, look, as a financial advisor, I get why you say that, but it pisses me off every time. Oh man, good old, you know who you are. Infinite Imperm here. Some people don't like to be named, so I always forget about that. But yeah, they do go up. Not bad to grab these as well. In fact, Forbidden Droplet was another card that I told people to also get OGs of. QC at 60. What are these today? Just for near mint. 25 listings. They're 14. Going up to 18. Not bad at all for this card. Your Imperm ultis. These are 92. I still want them to put a picture, but I know it's been so long. Then you also have QCs. $100 here. 105. So these have been relatively calm. These were 120, so it is kind of going down. If you could get a set of ultis or QCs below market price, definitely good to grab. Your prismatic ultis are 14. Now, these were a lot higher. As you can see, they were selling for 17s, but sometimes they were 20. While your PCRs, which people really like these, are 16, 17. I actually have a set of PCRs just because I ran Malice all collector rare. I don't know why I did that. It was just like a decision where I was like, I just don't want to move my OG stuff again. Right? I'm just going to run all PCR. It's a modern deck. I know I'm not going to keep it sleeved probably forever. Right? And I still have it sleeved up. And I did play quite a bit of Malice at the very least. And I have to admit, these do look very nice. If you want your collector rares, these do look good. The only problem is that Rarity Collection 1 does have that problem that it does stick with the sleeve. So Rarity 4 or Stampedus, if you want to correct me and be just anal about for absolutely no reason, you know, those sets do have stickier PCRs, more so on Rarity 1. So do keep that very much in mind when you are looking at any collector rare from Rarity 1. Also, if you guys haven't left a comment yet, haven't hit that like button, haven't subscribed, do that all now. You guys know that the information I provide is good. You guys also know that I love giving you guys the best advice. And I do love the community I fostered. Like, even though sometimes I don't get as much views as I want to, you guys do leave a lot of comments. You know, it does definitely feels like I have a community. And I do appreciate you guys quite a bit. If I wasn't in such a pickle, I did actually want to think about bringing, like, giveaways back on Market Watch. It's just like a Monday giveaway. You know what I mean? Once a week. You know, just a fun giveaway, right? It's not bad to do. And I might actually just give you guys a cool QC for a giveaway possibly next week. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but just something cool, you know, for you guys. Infinite Imperm Platinums are $18 here. I like Platinums, and I was actually talking to an older player who was selling out yet again, and I was like, yeah. So he's like, I like these plats a lot. They look really nice. And I think a lot of old school players like these plats because they like more simpler high rarity, while as, you know, the people who play, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! In the last like 7 years or less, they kind of like something with a little more pizzazz to it. I could be wrong about that, but it's kind of what I think so far. So Lunalights, here. QCs, they go up to 15. I'm telling you this, though. I'm seeing a lot of unverified. Yeah, 13 goes up to 16. Goes up to 50. Okay, it's not selling at 50, but there is a wall at 22 at the very least here. Or 20, I should say, but 22 listings. If you want to grab these at 13s, and they do go up to 20, that's fine. But remember, some people, that wall could be eviscerated. If you could get them any cheaper than 13, absolutely. Even if it's like 11. But, like, this is not a bad card where if you get a set, say, at 40 bucks, right, you could move that set for 60 or 55. But you're making like a $10, anywhere from 10 to 15 there, depending on how much you want for it. Unless the wall is broken, then it goes up even further. But this is the kind of card where I think your margin, if you're trying to get this right now, is try to get these for 10 or 11 before they hit 20, so you can hit a nice 2x. Lunalight Saber Dancer, this super rare is 14, going up to $16 here. You do have other versions, luckily. The commons are 30 cents, but yeah, no thank you. Lunalight Fusion Supers are $15, $16 here. I told people that this is not a bad card to pick up around $3-4 bucks. I said, you know what? It is a bit of a gamble, and hey, you know what? It did pay off. Lunalight Serenade Dance here. These are $9-10 here. Not too bad. This card always jumps around from being like $1 or $2 to like really, really high, which is funny. But I guess this is a very good card to get at $1. You did make a nice little 10x. Lunalight Leo Dancer. Now we got the QC. These are well, you got an unverified here for about $9-ish, and then they're up to 13. Lunalight Light Perfume QC. These are $16. You have some unverifieds here. Let's actually, you know, generate it up. Shout out fresh. $15, $20. I'm also, hopefully this week I get Jay on the channel, by the way. That's what I'm also hoping. Hopefully work doesn't bite me too much in the butt. Which, by the way, very quick note. The reason I haven't been streaming is just because not only do I feel like maybe the market isn't as great right now, and you know, if I stream it goes a little overboard, but I've also been very busy. Like, if I can't keep my eyes open when I stream, I'm not going to give you guys a lukewarm stream. But last week I did work 30 hours in my job. If you didn't know, it's pretty hard labor, let's just say that. It's not just, you know, retail or something like that. Retail would be pretty easy compared to what I do, but besides that, you guys know I also give you guys content. And I also, you know, have to do my store, which is in the description below, you know, meeting customers, going to events, all that. So it's been pretty tiring. I'm not going to lie. I woke up at like, I got 8 hours of sleep, woke up 3 hours later. I almost fell asleep just in my chair today. So, or yesterday, Sunday. So very, very tiring, but just wanted to give you guys that note if you're wondering where the streams are at. I still do want to do them. So I might just pop up and do them here and there. But yeah, right now, they're 20 bucks for your perfumes. Herald of Orange Light. You got your Starlight Rare here. These are 50 bucks. And they are going up to 90. So do definitely keep an eye out on this card. Then you also have Ryzeal Detonator 77 here for your copy. Not too bad here. But again, a lot of people, you only need one of it. So it is gone down. Your Duo Drive 40. Really not that bad for 40 bucks. I actually really, really like this. Also, gotta say that Ryzeal is probably going to get another hit here pretty soon. I think a lot of people aren't really looking at Malice for Nats, and it would be very cool if Malice did actually take first. But we've seen a lot of Ryzeal versus Ryzeal on the top, and I'm not very confident that's going to change. But a lot of the Ryzeal stuff is a little cheaper than I would actually think that it would be. Which kind of brings me to Star Ryzeal. So, since this is the last card, remember, hit that like button, subscribe. Consider being a YouTube channel member to clicking the join. If you become a channel member today, please let me know in the comment section below so I can also thank you, because I love thanking my channel members. There will be new channel member videos soon. But getting to this here, Star Ryzeal, the reason why I want to kind of look at this card is right now they are dollars, right? So they're less than 2, they are dollars. I said, if you want to pick them at 2, go for it. Here's what I think of Star Ryzeal. I think that when Ryzeal gets another hit, possibly they might have to play this for another name. But when Ryzeal also get reprints, this card's probably not going to see the reprint, and it probably will go up. It is a very good penny stonk, and I'm going to kind of stay by that. It's a nice penny stonk right now. I'm not saying you should go absolutely crazy on it, but if you don't have a playset or two, maybe pick up a playset, see what happens. And with that being said, boys, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, all that. I know I already said it, but I do love hearing from you guys in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this market watch. Check out TCG Creator, all that fun jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And please let me know what you would like for merch in the comment section below. I'll probably be asking that quite a bit here.